Today we are going to talk about criminologists, sociologists, and Émile Durkheim. So, have you ever wondered how criminals think and why they act a certain way or why they did what they did? Well, that's why sociologists, criminologists are there, like Émile Durkheim. So, when you picture a criminologist, you probably picture Sherlock Holmes looking for clues, evidence, or things like that. But this really isn't it. So, what does a criminologist really do? They suggest and put into practice methods to assist others in adopting suitable behaviors. They also assist people in creating and sustaining a network of support, as well as increasing their autonomy and empowerment. They also assist individuals in overcoming the consequences of criminal activity. They work in the following environments: centers of detention and rehabilitation, centers of social services and help, youth facilities, transitional homes, community-based organizations, and both the federal and local governments. Their main tasks are to evaluate a person's requirements, strengths, risk factors, and protective factors. In the case of an offender or a young person who has committed a crime, they assess criminogenic elements. They create an intervention strategy based on the unique requirement of each person. They keep an eye on and carry out an intervention strategy that includes psychosocial assistance. Whether voluntary or not, they collaborate with clients to help both the victim and the offender regain their capacities. Throughout the legal process, they accompany clients and make suggestions for public safety and crime prevention. They also examine and investigate the reasons behind crimes and how they affect victims. Finally, they create initiatives to assist victims and offenders. To become a criminologist, a bachelor's degree with a focus on clinical criminology is required for those working as criminologists. They can expand their understanding of criminal justice, delinquency, victimology, social psychology, and criminal personality through a 3-year program. Access to the profession may also be made possible by equivalent training based on equivalency requirements. Then, another important piece of the criminal branch are sociologists. What do they do and why are they important, you may ask? They research relationships between individuals and groups as well as how societies operate. They examine the development of social phenomena and carry out research as well. They are employed by academic institutions, private businesses, cultural establishments, and hubs such as theaters, museums, and exhibition spaces, university, health, and social services centers that are integrated, chairs for research, polling companies, media sources, and international parapublic and public organizations. Their main tasks are to gather information using the right methods and resources throughout field observations, surveys, opinion polls, interviews, etc. They examine data and statistics that have the potential to influence social change. They examine social issues with other experts. They determine suggestions to direct stakeholders' actions. They compose reports, publish academic papers, and they can teach sociology. So now you know that when you enter the school's cafeteria, for example, while you see a workaday scene with students talking, studying, eating, or whatever, the sociologists will detect the invisible network of power relations, implicit social codes, and hierarchies that structure every interaction. Finally, who is the famous Émile Durkheim, and how did he contribute to the advancing of criminology? Émile Durkheim is a French sociologist. According to his thesis, society is a system governed by social truths or common rules and values that influence conduct rather than simply a group of people. He discussed the importance of morality and religion in social life, how breakdowns result in anomie, and how solidarity preserves social order. Modern sociology and functionalism were made possible by his theories. According to Durkheim, crime is a typical and unavoidable part of society. He contends that rather than being the result of abnormal or diseased people, Crime is a product of society as a whole. Additionally, Durkheim also said that crime might benefit society. For instance, by putting society norms and ideals to the test, crime can reinforce them. Moreover, it can promote social change and assist in identifying societal issues. It is impossible to overestimate the influence of Durkheim's theories on today's criminology. His insights inspired scholars to investigate the structural and cultural circumstances of criminal conduct, laying the foundation for several sociological studies on crime. Durkheim's writings offer a timeless foundation for comprehending the intricate connection between crime, deviance, and social order as cultures continue to change. His contributions to criminology form the basis for current investigations, influencing how we confront the problems to crime in a world that is constantly evolving. As you see, Émile Durkheim has had a big impact on how people viewed the reasons behind the actions of a criminal and their comprehension. The sociologists helped criminologists move forward in their field, showing that even though they don't have the same title, they can help each other with the same aspects. Durkheim is an important figure for my future field of work, so that's why I thought it was important for others to know him.